This is our brand new Headstock Multi-Routing Jig. A jig capable of dealing with 3 different headstock operations, 2 of them direct related. Peghead thickness planing followed by the transition between the headstock and fretboard surfaces with a gradual and uniform radius leading to a smooth transition as it was CNC machined. The third operation is routing the nut slot at the exact location in just a few passes. A final depth of 2.5 to 3 mm is recommended. All these 3 operations are related to S&T style necks, although you may use the planer on an angled headstock. For example, LP style neck is shown on the video. We followed a specific order of operations, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way to do it. We just think this is the most logical order to follow along. Step 1. Planing the headstock as close to its final thickness, usually 14 or 15 mm. For this first step process, the jig should be in its middle position, locked and without the 2 base support bars attached, as this is a freehand operation. On a S or T style neck, it is good practice milling to a little bit past the low E string tuner hole. This is done using the flat side of our custom neck support, not included with the jig. Step 2. Now, we mount the 2 support bars on the base and place the router base at its top position with 1 hex screw that acts like a security feature, and insert both handle screws, which will act as the rotation axis when routing the peghead to fretboard transition. Afterwards, the jig is inserted onto the appropriate routed slot on the base. For correct results, both on steps 2 and 3, we use the laser engraved centerlines on the jig as a reference. During this process we have used a regular flush trim router bit, although you may use a ball end type router bit. For best results, while using the flush trim router bit, always use the router on a swing motion from one side of the neck to the other and moving all the way across. Using a side-to-side linear motion will cause steps and major irregularities. Step 3. On this step we go back to the router position used on step 1, but with the 2 base supports still attached. Again, using the center lines as a guide, position the neck so the right edge of the router bit is aligned with the right edge of the slot that indicates the beginning of the scale length. As told before, 2 or 3 passes using a 3 mm square end mill will do the job in a hurry and precisely.